It's getting late, and there's work to be done around the camp. So let's wake up now. Welcome to Life Noggin. It's another beautiful day in the Stone Age. The sun is just beginning to rise over the trees in this ancient forest. There's a bit of mist down low, but it's starting to burn off quickly. Our little protagonist from yesterday woke up early. Well, maybe not early, but he woke up before his mom did. He doesn't want to disturb her sleep, so he lays still and quietly until she stirs. When she does, he slips out of his bed, which in this case is just a nice soft fur mat that they keep near their fire pit. When she's awake enough, he goes over and pokes her shoulder gently. She opens her eyes slowly and sees him standing there looking up at her expectantly. She yawns and stretches and then throws her head back and laughs when she sees that he's already awake. She sits up and runs a hand through her hair, then looks over at the fire pit. It's gone out during the night, so she grabs a stick and uses it to get it going again. Meanwhile, our boy is sneaking over to some nearby bushes, where he knows there are some ripe berries growing. It's not tall enough to reach them yet, but he thinks he can use a stick to knock some loose. Sure enough, after a few tries, he knocks one free and it falls right into his hand. He brings it back to the camp and offers it to his mother. She takes it, examines it for a moment, and then pops it into her mouth. Ripe, she says as she chews. She sets the stick down in Rum family style, scoops up some water in a shell, and brings it to her lips. After quenching her thirst, she stands up and walks over to the boy and kneels down in front of him. She points to the bushes, and then to herself, then back to the bushes, and then to him.
You go get,
she says, pointing to the berries. Me help, she adds with a smile. He understands perfectly. She wants him to go pick some berries while she takes care of the fire, so he does. It's really fun to pick the juicy, ripe ones. And he quickly has a handful. He runs back to the camp to show her, and she smiles and ruffles his hair. Then she shows him how to wash them in the nearby stream, then how to sort through them and eat the good ones. And then they sit together in comfortable silence as they enjoy their snack. Why, as the morning wears on, the boy watches as his mom and the other adults prepare breakfast. His mom is cooking up some tubers that she dug up the previous day. They'll rehydrate them in some of the leftover water from last night's stew. As she does this, she hums a little tune. It's a silly song she made up that he loves. He starts dancing and making funny faces, and she laughs and tells him to stop being a silly goose so she can concentrate. He pouts for a second, but then breaks into a big smile and runs off to find his dad. He finds him sharpening a spear point on a nearby rock. Dad's spear is huge compared to him. In fact, he's too little to use it, but that won't stop him from trying. He asks if he can throw it, and his dad laughs and tells him that he's not strong enough to do it properly. Boy isn't convinced and sneaks a peek at the spear when his father isn't looking. Then when he turns back around, he hurls the spear as hard as he can. Of course, he misses, and his dad lets out a yell, startling the boy. He thought he could do it. He'll try again later. While his dad finishes up his breakfast, the boy goes over and checks out what his little sister's doing. She's sitting in the grass and is pretending to be a beetle. She's been playing like this for a while now, and he's always amused by it. Thinks she's the funniest kid in the whole world. He ruffles her hair, and she looks up at him with big, innocent eyes. Then she crawls away to continue playing. He watches her for a moment, then goes over to where his mom is sitting. She was talking with one of the other women, and they were laughing at something she had said. When the woman left, the boy sat down next to her and asked if he could help with something. Mom looks down at him for a moment, and then smiles and hands him a small stone. She points to a nearby flat rock, and then to him. He understands what he needs to do. He found this game pretty boring at first, but now that his mom gave him a special rock to use, it's way more fun. He spends a lot of time chipping away at the rock and smoothing out edges. He's nowhere near being able to make tools yet, but this is a great way to practice his future skills. His dad comes over and watches him for a bit. He can tell that his boy is enjoying himself. Soon enough, the other kids come over to watch as well. They think it's funny to tease him and call him a girl, because it's not cool to do this kind of thing. But he just laughs and continues working. Then one of them, a girl about his age, picks up a rock and starts chipping away at it too. Well, at least someone finally appreciates his hard work. He gives her a big thumbs up and beams at her. She sticks her tongue out at him, then throws her rock down in frustration and storms off. He didn't mean to upset her, but this just makes him want to prove to her that he can do it. Finally, his rock is smooth enough for him. He runs over to his dad and shows it to him proudly. Dad picks it up and examines it closely. Then he looks back at the boy and grins. He hands him a small spear. It's lightweight and perfect for the boy's size. Dad hands him another rock, only this one is heavier and sharper. This is for practicing his throwing. The boy is so excited. Can't wait to test out his new equipment. Yeah. He gives his dad a quick hug, then runs off to find the other kids. He can see them playing a game by the river. They stop playing when they see him coming, and he can feel their eyes on him. He walks over to them confidently and announces that he's gone. Nah, show them how far he can throw this. Of course, they don't take him seriously and all three start laughing. That's fine by him. Let them laugh. When he's done showing them, they'll regret it. He steps back, takes aim, and throws the rock as hard as he can. It sails through the air for what seems like forever and lands way down the riverbank. He didn't realize rocks could be thrown so far. The other kids look at each other in surprise. Then the two boys start cheering and high-fiving. The girl just crosses her arms and turns away. She's still mad at him. And maybe if he wins the next round, she'll forgive him. He runs over to grab his rock while the others get ready for their turn. Later on, the group is gathered around the river. The boy is fast friends with the two other kids now. The girl even cracked a smile at his jokes. Now it's his turn to watch as the other kids try to match his throw. None of them can quite hit the mark. Each throw falls short of his distance record. He's starting to feel a little bad for them, but he's also feeling pretty proud of himself. The sun is high in the sky now. It's almost time for lunch. The boy is hungry and hopes his mom made some more of that delicious fish. He grabs his spear and shield and runs off towards the camp, the others trailing behind him. His mom is setting up their lunch when they get back. She sees the boy running and yells out to him, "Hey, don't get upset at me, but we don't have any fish today. We're having berries and tubers." The boy's face falls when he hears this. He wanted fish. But then he looks down at the spear in his hands and has an idea. Maybe he can catch some fish. He thanks his mom for lunch, then grabs his spear and shield and runs off towards the river. He can hear the others yelling and laughing behind him. This is what he loves most about life, being a kid in the Stone Age. His heart is full and he feels alive. The sun is beginning its slow descent to the west now, and the group is playing a game of tag among the trees. The boy is tired from running around and slowing down. The others aren't as fast as him, though. They can't outrun him forever. Soon enough, everyone is gathered back at the camp helping to prepare dinner. The boy and his dad are setting up their tent for the night. The boy is getting pretty good at this. He can set up the poles all by himself. Well, mostly by himself. He needs his dad to tie the ropes, but that's it. His dad pats him on the head and tells him how proud he is of him. He beams at his dad and runs off to join the others around the fire. The food is nearly ready, and everyone is excited to eat. After they finish, they all sit around the fire and start telling stories. The boy snuggles up close to his mom and listens intently to the tales of adventure and bravery. Soon, it's time for bed. The boy is yawning and rubbing his eyes. The moon and stars are shining bright overhead, and the crickets are chirping their evening songs. He waves goodbye to the others and crawls into his bed, fur mat. He's warm and comfortable. Before long, he's asleep and dreaming of adventures in far-off lands. That's all for now, but remember, if you learned something on this episode, to save this video and share it with your friends. It really helps us grow. And did you know that Life Noggin has a podcast? Check it out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Until next time, this is Life Noggin. Don't forget to keep on thinking.